So, I want to know if you think that SpongeBob went downhill or not. Man, I do not want my first video of 2021 to be like this, but I couldn't really stay silent for any longer. Hello, everyone! I hope that you're enjoying 2021 so far. I have been talking about this topic in small doses in my previous videos. Since the topic of Camp Kronicle is coming back, I might as well talk about the most divisive part of SpongeBob. Then SpongeBob went downhill? That's right. I'm going to take a list in this video by discussing that topic because I can't really hold it in for much longer. And since it has up, I may get very peeved or critical during this video, so you have been warned. And since because you think that SpongeBob did went downhill, it doesn't mean that your opinion is wrong. Nobody's opinion is wrong. And if you did so otherwise, this is me. I don't need toxic people in this comment section. Anyways, let's start. The topic of the SpongeBob went downhill really depends on what kind of fan you ask. Some say the SpongeBob went downhill after the first SpongeBob movie, while others say the SpongeBob actually went downhill after season 9. Since in case you have been living under a rock, these 2 points have major tastes on the show. After the first SpongeBob movie, the original crew decided to leave the show. However, since Nickelodeon sees SpongeBob as their cash cow, they demanded that the show needs more episodes, so seasons 4 to 9 exist with mostly a different crew. You will see throughout this entire video that I will mention Nickelodeon several times. This area is known to be called the Dark Area by SpongeBob fans because this new crew have been notorious for vandalizing the calendars, having questionable riot diseases, and having soulless animation. At that time, you can even compare SpongeBob to other shows that did went downhill, like The Simpsons. This area dead end was the second SpongeBob movie, Sponge Out of Wire Air. After that happened, the original crew came back, which seems to be a blessing to older SpongeBob fans. But you will see later on that even nostalgia is divisive for SpongeBob fans. Well, it was a blessing to have the original crew return. It technically did cause another divisive area for the fandom. I have no idea what happened between seasons 9 and 10, but something must have happened for having the SpongeBob Fandom to stop watching the show after that. The modern SpongeBob seasons at the time of this video is season 10 onwards. You think that having the original crew jump on board again would make SpongeBob good again, right? Sadly, it's not the case. Season 10 introduced characters making wacky faces like they were in Looney Tunes. Some found them to be funny, while others found them to be quiz-worthy. Just by watching one clip by the modern SpongeBob seasons, you can feel either one of those emotions. And it doesn't start with the animation either, because the writing of the modern episodes are also divisive. Some fans find the writing to be boring, some found it to be okay, and others find it to be good. Some even find the writing to be just made for kids, which it does make sense, since that's the show's demographic. But those same fans before the adult jokes that the show used to have, the modern SpongeBob seasons lack. I have no idea if these SpongeBob fans actually before the wire of seasons 6 to 8 that season 10 hours, but it would be very rare if they do. This chapter seems to Twitter people's nostalgia, and while it is a blessing, it can also be a curse. If you were thinking that the first 3 seasons of SpongeBob were saved for this video, then you will be sadly disappointed. Nostalgia basically means when a person later in life starts to reminisce about some of the goodness they experienced in the past. This can be anything, but the one that I'm going to be talking about today is about childhood shows. No matter when you first started watching SpongeBob, you will or have already felt nostalgia over it. In modern SpongeBob, you will see that the original crew are showing their appreciation back to older fans of the show, whether it's just a cameo, what they say memes, or returning characters we haven't seen since the original area. While these are completely fine, some fans call that Nostalgia Pandering. Technically, the merchandise is worse than the actual show itself when it comes to that, but some fans are saying that the crew were just doing this to try to get them back into watching SpongeBob again, or for Nickelodeon to earn even more money. This promo isn't exclusive to SpongeBob. Anyone time London first Amelia also had that. I'm not saying that showing appreciation to older fans is wrong. It can work. But there should be a balance between the older SpongeBob fans and the new ones so that nobody would complain about pandering to a certain demographic. Another problem with nostalgia is that there is a certain group of SpongeBob fans called SpongeBoomers. These fans always believe that seasons 1 to 3 were the only good SpongeBob seasons and would hit everything else, no matter what you try to say to them. And speaking of SpongeBoomers, the SpongeBob Fandom is probably one of the biggest fandoms known to the entire internet. So it was bound to have some faults that may have caused some people to call SpongeBob overrated as a result. The first problem is those SpongeBoomers that I just mentioned a few minutes ago. Remember how my host for a continuation to Gumball was slowly going to weigh these to annoyance by toxic fans? Well, here's the SpongeBob version of that. There are some fans that no longer like the original area of SpongeBob anymore because those SpongeBoomers are constantly placing it wrong. Some even go as far as to call them overweighted. Wait, they would rather watch the later seasons of SpongeBob than the first 3 seasons now. If there's one thing that I learned with fandoms in general, it's that fans will accentuate their place way too much. For example, seasons 6 to 8 are known to the fans as when SpongeBob dropped in quality. However, if and when you are brave enough to watch those seasons, it's actually not as bad as what the fans had led you to think. Well, it's just like those news outlets. The same goes to season 10 hours. In anything, there are certain YouTubers that I will not mention who are the cause of this problem. And this is why I stopped being in any fandoms anymore. I am still watching SpongeBob and still placing it on this channel. I'm just not a SpongeBob fan anymore. I wonder if Patsy the pilot will ever see what his SpongeBob fan cut have become. So, should SpongeBob end? The easy answer is yes, as all good things have to come to an end eventually. But the real question we should be asking is when will SpongeBob end? In late 2018, the current Nickelodeon president, Brian Robbins, wanted to have SpongeBob spin-offs, and that is how the idea of Cat Kronicle and that one upcoming Patrick spin-off were greenlighted. However, the idea of spin-offs didn't trigger the SpongeBob fandom in a negative way, especially with Cat Kronicle. And honestly, you can read this section out of the SpongeBob Fan Wiki, as I don't want to give away any details for this video, or have my comment section blow up with comments about the controversy or that spin-off. Regardless of what your opinion on these spin-offs are, these shows had caused SpongeBob to become a franchise. This is a Nickelodeon show now. Well, technically, it has been one already with the movies, comics, and video games. Spin-offs are just another addition to the SpongeBob franchise as a whole. So, unfortunately, this means that it will be even harder for SpongeBob to end anytime soon. The only thing that would cause the show to end sooner is if there's a very controversial decision that would destroy its reputation and network forever. And even then, Nickelodeon can just revive the show wherever they want to. So really, there is no true ending to SpongeBob, no matter how you slice it. And honestly, that is really sad for this poor sea creature forever be a cash cow to a TV network that he couldn't escape from. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this rather different style video. I will probably never do this topic ever again in the near future, and that's mainly because it's actually made me stress out just by getting all the stuff that I need. So I want to know what you did about SpongeBob or any social media that have been going on for a very long time. But I still like SpongeBob and still want their newest episodes. I secretly want the show to end also. This was Miss Star Master, and I will see you guys later with the next video.